Listen, Ben, you told me you'd be here by Monday, and now you're not even seeing until next month? That's unacceptable. You should have it here sooner. No, I don't want to hear it. Not at all. No.
So, Mrs. Smith, we know you were a bit shaken up, but we would like to ask you some questions. Is that all right?
Okay, now we're going to need you to go over what occurred on Sunday.
Well, we were having a nice dinner downtown at the Ritz, our usual spot on a Saturday night. He got the steak and me, watching my figure of course, got a salad with no dressing. It was such a wonderful evening.
Yeah, that is all very nice, but we were hoping that you can tell us something more along the lines of something strange happening.
Were there any heated arguments between you and your husband?
Arguments between us? We've been happily married for 15 years. We've always been together. Everything has been great.
Likely story.
He didn't even make any phone calls last night.
He's always on that phone, making calls, talking to people, but I don't get involved. We're just happily married. I mean, we went home, I went to bed, and he was talking to someone, but I couldn't tell you who that was.
She's useless.
All right, well, thank you for your time, and I'm really sorry for your loss.
Well, that was a bust.
Now I have a butler. We actually have to get Sunday Avenue this time, so let's go. So, were you aware of the murder that took place Sunday morning?
Was I aware? I worked there. I worked for that prick. Of course he was dead.
What?
Okay, so where were you and what were you doing the night before the crime?
I went to Bro last night. Just trying to drink away the long weeks of work, you know, working for that guy's heart.
Were you even close with Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Oh, Mrs. Smith and I go way back. I adore her. But you see, Mr. Smith, on the other hand, he can be a handful, especially at late night hours, making phone calls. It's tough. Tough work.
Have anybody else that could account for your whereabouts?
I mean, you could just speak to everyone at Row last night, or start with the bartender at least. He could verify I ordered at least 20 drinks.
So, considering you must have been trashed last night, what time did you arrive Sunday morning at the house?
It was late last night. I went to bed. I woke up. I was supposed to arrive at 8. Wound up being closer to 11, so I was a little late.
This guy's even more useless than the last one. That guy was even more suspicious than I expected.
I know, that didn't do anything for us, so, I don't know. Alright, let's go.
Who is this?
I'm laughing. This is not going to be good.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Who is your relation with Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith? Oh, the Smiths. The Smiths. Well, Mrs. Smith and I are real good friends. We tend the garden together. She's a big fan of it. Mr. Smith just is the one that pays me all the time. That's what Mrs. Smith says. She's funny, isn't she?
So are you the gardener?
Yeah, that's me, the gardener.
So can you tell us what you were up to last night?
Saturday night? Oh, I was movie night. Me and the fam, we get together, you know, crack a couple bags of popcorns, kick the feet up. This week was the Bugs Life, you know, ants are so important to gardens.
Sir, are you aware that Mr. Smith died?
No, I had no idea. I mean, I'm with Mrs. Smith a lot, and I feel terrible for her and her loss.
Seemed like a nice guy. I doubt he had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think he's worth looking into anymore.
Who are you and what's your relation to the Smiths?
The Smiths, huh? Well, that's a familiar name. The Smiths, they're my clients, I guess you could say that. They've been long-term clients. They buy my product.
Clients? What exactly does clients mean? What kind of clients?
What kind of client, you ask? Well, I was picking up my boy from elementary school, and I see the father of the Smith child. Real depressed-looking guy. I could tell he needed something to perk him up.
What?
Could you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah, he looked depressed, you know. Looked like a long day of business for him, you know, a lot of phone calls, you know, yada. Who wants to talk to those guys, you know? But, you know, and I know that a nice fix, my grandma's recipe, always perks a guy up.
So you're the cook then, I guess?
Cook, huh? I've heard that term before. People use it to refer to me, some of my other friends. I guess you could say I'm a cook. I'm a cook of many things. But I carry around my favorite knife, Bethany, wherever I go. I feel lost without her. It's like a millennial without her cell phone. Or the Cookie Monster without his cookies. Me, without my knife.
So where were you and Bethany on Saturday night?
Saturday night, huh? That was my date. Dinner for two. Me, Bethany, a 6-pound ribeye steak. 6 bottles of wine. Slept in real late Sunday morning. I was real hungover from that party. Me and Bethany lived it up.
Sounds like a great night.
So were you aware that Mr. Smith was murdered?
What? Mr. Smith is dead? Oh, shucks. Oh, no. Oh, shucks. Oh, Sunday morning, I woke up and I noticed the tulips were drooping slightly. So I went to water them. But I did notice that Mrs. Smith was terrorized and I wasn't sure why. And now I know.
We're done here.
I think him and Bethany can go home now.
Oh no, Mr. Smith. Oh no. Okay, come on, Bethany. I've got a 10-pound pork waiting for us at home. Maybe you can cut that up and that'll make us feel better.
That guy was weirdly obsessed with his knives,
Yeah.
a little suspicious.
It was really creepy. He's definitely one that we need to look out for.
I'm gonna go bring in the maid.
Okay.
So what is your relation with the Smiths?
Well, I'm the maid. I do the housekeeping, the laundry, sometimes cooking. I take care of the little child too, because, you know, Mr. Smith's really not always around.
Okay, so how long have you been the maid there?
Well, I started working for them like straight out of college. I've been there for like 3-4 years.
Oh, 4 years, so you guys must be pretty close.
Oh my gosh, I would consider us so close. I love little Bobby. I've been working for them ever since he was born like 4 years ago. And Mrs. Smith, she's the sweetest woman ever. I love her. But to be honest, I couldn't tell you much about Mr. Smith. He's not really around that much.
So what exactly were you doing Saturday night then?
Oh, as usual, I was at the Smiths, babysitting little Bobby. We watched movies, built a tent. It was really great.
Oh, so that sounds like a pretty good night.
But then what did you do after that?
As soon as the Smiths came home late that night, I drove home and went straight to bed, considering I had to be at work early on Sunday morning. You know, Sunday's laundry day.
So what time did you arrive on Sunday morning?
Well, I had to get there early, and then I had to get the mail, and then, you know, that really, really long walk up their driveway to their house.
Wait, but you didn't answer the question. What time did you get there on Sunday?
Well, I'm really not sure on the exact time. Like, why does that really matter?
It's just procedure.
Can you just give us a second and we'll be right back?
Did you notice anything suspicious about her?
She just seems like a little like shaken up. I'm not really catching on to anything yet, but I feel like we need to really get harder on her to maybe she'll say something else. I'm not really sure.
What do you think about the chef or the butler?
I'm still caught up on them. They were a little bit sketchy too. I don't really know. We need to definitely do more research and see what we found.
Did you notice what she said though? She said she was getting the mail on Sunday morning, but there isn't any mail on Sunday morning.
Wait, what? Did I miss that? Oh my god, there's no mail Sunday morning.
I think we should go confront her on this now.
Yeah, we need to go figure this out right now.
Could you tell us what you really were doing on Sunday morning, because there isn't any mail on Sundays?
Did I say the mail? I totally didn't mean the mail. I was getting the garbage cans.
We really just need you to come clean because nothing's adding up right now.
We know you're lying. Like, come on, think about little Bobby and the family. Like, if you did this, like, how could you do that to them? Like, we know you did this.
Listen, you have to understand. Like, I did not think it was gonna come to this. We got into a huge argument. He was trying to tell me what was best for little Bobby, but I was the one who was always around for him. He was an absentee parent. I was basically raising Bobby with the help of Mrs. Smith when she was around. Okay? I did what I thought was best for little Bobby, okay? He was my first and main priority.
Okay, well, I think we've come to our conclusion, and you confess. So, right now, you said that you killed Mr. Smith. Is that true?
Yes, I did it. I was the one who killed Mr. Smith.
Well, we're sorry to say this, but you're under arrest.
Yep, sorry that you cannot be with Bobby anymore. You did this to yourself. You must not have cared because you killed a human being. So, we need to take you back away to jail now, so have a blast in jail.